right? You can feel that it starts to lope and sit back like that. And I added one more note, that's it, on the bass drum, but because of changing the positioning and time, it made the whole thing feel different, and they freaked out. And that was it. Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's exactly how you do those things. Having the knowledge of that and being able to execute it, you know. And I'll get your question one second. Let me answer the other one. So the other one is about, you know, how you get paid on that stuff. It's all hand-me-downs. You stand outside of the studio with a little bucket. No, the way it works. I mean, LA is all union, mostly all union stuff, and anything major label is union. All the TV stuff I do is union. I do a lot of movies. I just did Wonder Woman and The Mummy, and doing Avatar 2, and just started Jumanji. The last ones that were out were probably Wonder Woman and The Mummy, Storks right before that. But I've done all the Resident Evil movies, you know, Just Life of Pi, got an Oscar for it, all that stuff. All that stuff is union stuff, and you get paid. There's a scale for your union locals. So the Miami scale is going to be different than LA's because of economy, but there's a scale for 3 hours that you get paid, and you know, there's a minimum scale. It's sort of like minimum wage, and then as you grow in your career, you can warrant more money out of those things. You know, if you play on I'm Like a Bird, you can go, well, you know, I got a Grammy and blah blah blah, so I want more money. You know, I mean, just like anything else. It's real simple, right? It's a simple business thing. When you can do something that someone else can't, you can charge for it. As long as somebody can do what you do, you can't charge for it. Right? That's the way the world works. If you can learn that job in a week and, you know, work in McDonald's or whatever, there's too many people that can do that. So it's only going to pay $8 or $10 or whatever it pays. You know, the guy who flies a space shuttle, there's only 3 guys that can do that. So he gets $500 million when he works, you know what I mean? Or that's just life. That's just life. The more skills you have and the more things you can do that other people can't, the more money you get paid. So, you know, when you go in and say, well, you know, we played on all this stuff, you heard it all, we can turn this thing into something instantly and do it today, make it sound great, get you in and out of here, and save money for you, then you can charge more for it. I mean, and there's a lot of going on. There's a lot going on in that. When you go into Capitol Records, it's $4,000 a day for the studio. The guys that bring my drums around with $500 to cart the drums. The engineers $2,000 a day. Each guy in the band's $1,800 for 3 hours. You know, and there's a lot of money throwing down. So, you know, they don't want to waste. You don't want to be the guy that like turned the 3-hour session into the 4-hour or the 5-hour or the 6-hour. Like on a movie thing, when I'm on the floor with the orchestra, there's 85 people. We're playing with a click, with a conductor. I got a 9-page chart. It's got 20 different time signatures in it. You know, and we're doing this thing, and it's $40,000 an hour to keep an 85-piece orchestra on the floor. So and the drums bleed into everybody's mics. You know, third violin makes a mistake, it's covered up. But the drums make a mistake, everybody's got to do it again, unless you're in the booth. So you can't make too many mistakes, you know. But that's where you get to charge more than the scale and blah, blah, blah. That's the only reason I'm telling you that. So you get paid scale, but what happens is if you got a big hit song like that, there's a thing called special payments. And the labels pay a percentage of the income of those back to the union, and then I get paid a percentage of my original session fee. So if it's a really big hit song, I may have got paid for that song 300 times. You know, because it would have been played on, you know, the greatest hits record. That's what I call music record. It was the theme of the, I don't know, Roswell TV show, and it was blah blah blah. And it's going on and it's going on, and they're paying you every time, and all that stuff's happening. That's why the union's great for that stuff, for musicians. It's amazing. When I was on American Idol, when the season ended, it would play in Europe, and I would get 3/4 of my money, and I was sitting at home. You know, so. The union for that stuff is amazing, and you're a professional. You should be in the union. They're on your side. You know, it's important. It's not that expensive. It's not really super relevant here, but if you do a lot of major label stuff and any kind of TV stuff, you should be doing it, and that's how you get paid from it. Okay.
Russ, one thing.